summer class, we are going to continue and end up our lesson number 14, prepositions. We have already learnt about it in my previous videos, you must have seen that, and in today's video we are going to see the correct use of prepositions. We have learned about preposition, we have learned about many examples of it, but now the foremost important thing is that where and how we can use those prepositions correctly. And for doing this and for learning this, we have to see certain examples and we have to hear certain things. So we are going to learn from page number 94, correct use of prepositions. I have written few things on the board. According to that, we are going to see. The first thing which I have written is at and in. Both these things indicate place. We use at and in to indicate place. Now, when I want to express something which is like, I will read from the book. In, what is the use of in? In is used when we talk about a place as an area, and at is used when we see it as a point. Means when you have a larger area, then you are going to use in, and in that big area, when you want to specify a simple point, when you want to indicate a particular point, then you will use at. Like one example I will take, her parents live at Kota in Rajasthan. Now, why I have used in Rajasthan and at Kota? Rajasthan is a bigger place, is a big area, and in Rajasthan we have a specific point which is Kota, and that is why for indicating specific point in a bigger area or a big large area we use at, and for big things we use in. That is why we have used this sentence to indicate. If I tell you, at can be used to indicate address also. It can also for a specific location, if you want to locate or if you want to tell somebody, then also your at can be used. After learning about at and in, we have a second thing, at, in, on. We all know that same prepositional words can be used for different purpose. Like at and in was used here as at the preposition of place, but here we have used at and in along with on as preposition of time. Now these things can even indicate time. How? I will tell you. We will see on page number 94, at, in, on as preposition of time. Children, when we talk about at is used for a certain moment or point in time. Like few examples I will write for you. We can say for at night. We can even say at, for indicating time we can say at 3 o'clock. Isn't it? For indicating any specific point of time or a moment at night or at 3 o'clock, all these things are indicating at. We can use at to indicate time in this manner. When we talk about in, children, it says that in is used before words which denote specific time, period, month or years. What does it mean by? If I want to say something like in May, I will go for a picnic in May, or if I want to indicate some date or some year, then I can say in the 1990s, or in the past, in the future. Anything if I want to indicate about your period, month, years or specific time, then in can be used. And for on, it is used for a specific day or your specific date. Like when you say my birthday is, you never say is in. When you have to indicate particular date, you will say my birthday is on 25th January or any date, whatever you want to take. But if I just want to indicate month, then I will say my birthday is in January. Which date, which specific date, I will not indicate, just month. For indicating month here, as we have learned, we can use just month, the name of the month. But when I want to specify the date of that birthday, of my birthday, then I will say 25th January. This is the way how we can use preposition of time, at, in and on. Now we will talk about in, into. In is used for indicating place. Into is used to show direction. Into shows action. I have also told you in your live classes also that into is showing action. In shows that you are not in motion at all. You are still in one place. But when we talk about something which is in motion, which is in action, then we use into. Let's read from the book. In implies rest or position inside. Inside something. Suppose I am inside this classroom. Then what I will say? I am in the classroom. I am still in one place. I am not moving. I am not in motion. I can say that I am in the classroom. But when I will walk and come inside the classroom, then I can say I am going into the classroom. When I am in motion towards the class, when I am moving towards the class, then I can say I am going into the classroom. So here it says into expresses motion, as I have told you, generally from outside to inside. When something comes from outside to inside, then we use the words like into. And in is used for still things and into is used for the actions or motions. We have examples. Raman is swimming in the pool. He is in the pool, inside it. And Raman jumped into the pool means, into means showing the motion that he is jumping into the. By and with. Next thing is by and with. By and with. By here, by is denoted to you as that somebody is agent or the doer of the action. Definitely person doing the action. Here with the word by, we can understand that person doing the action. But with the word with, you can understand that here some object is being used. When we want to indicate any object, then we will use with. When we want to indicate any person who is the doer of the action, then we will use by. Like examples are given. You will see the first example and the second one. The thief was caught by the police. By whom? By the police. Now the doer of the action is the police, means the person is doing the action. Second one, he cut his finger with a razor yesterday. With what? With a razor. What is the object? Razor. So we have understood that with is used with the objects and by is used with the person or the doer of the action. Between and among. These are the very common ones we have seen many a times. Between is, I have already explained in the previous video of mine, between is means you have two things and between that. Suppose two things are here. This is my area, I am just trying to explain you. Two things are here and between that something is kept. What you will say? Suppose it is an apple. Apple is kept between these two things. Whatever it can be chair, it can be table, whatever you assume these two things. But when you have two things and in the middle of that something is kept, then you can say between the things. But when we have many things, then what you will say? Apple is kept. What you will use the among the things. Like when you go to the classroom and you are celebrating your birthday, then what you tell your mother or father or anybody that I am going to distribute sweets among my friends. इसका मतलब you are going to give sweets to each and every person. It is not that you are going to give to single person, to your particular friend or to your nearest one, but you are going to give each and every person sitting in the classroom. Then we come to the sixth point of ours. We have already seen between and among. Now sixth point, on, over, under, above, below, upon. On, we have already learned. On suggests touching the surface. Apple is kept on the table means it is touching the surface of the table. Then we can use on. Over is when something is not touching the surface. Above or over means at a higher level, it is not at all touching the surface. Like you can say, cat jumped above the fence means not touching the fence but above the higher level. You can assume that it jumped from above, from there. Below and under means at a lower level. Something is there and from the lower level of that thing, if you are passing, then you can say, you can use the word below or under. Like he is standing under the tree means the tree, you all must have seen the trees, they are huge. And you are standing under the tree means without touching it, you are under it. Same way, you have very easy examples, you can see them, you can read them and understand. Then we have before and behind. Before means in front of, behind means at the back of something. Like the cat is behind the curtains means at the back of the curtains, you can see the cat. And what do we mean by before? Before can be used, if I will say, she is standing before me means in front of me. Ninth one we will see. Eighth one, beside and besides. Eighth one is beside and besides. Now do not get confused. Here the spelling is B-E-S-I-D-E. Here it is B-E-S-I-D-E-S. Only the difference of S. But when you will get this difference, you make sure that it has a great difference. The meaning has a great difference in it. Beside means by the side of. In the classroom, we say, I am sitting beside my friend. This is the way how you can use the word beside. But when we will use the word besides, it means in addition to. Besides oranges, he bought, see here, besides oranges, he bought some apples. Means now the person is having apple also and oranges also. In addition to oranges, now the person has brought apples too. That is the way how we use the word besides. Then come to the ninth one, off and off. O-F, off. What does it mean by it? Off shows possession. Like the camera of Sohali has been stolen. Whose camera it is? Of Sohali means it belongs to Sohali. When something is shown that something belongs to somebody, it means it shows possession. So, off is used to show possession. But O-double-F, off is used to show that there is some separation or distance. Like according to the example, some separation is shown. I will read for you. His hat fell off his head. Earlier it was on the head, but now it is separated from the head and now it is no more there, but it fell off. It is now not there, but it fell off his head. It means separated from the head. Till and by. Till and by. Till is used for something which is uncertain, which is not certain. The time limit of till may even go beyond that. If suppose I say, I will take this thing from till 5 o'clock, then it can be that I may even go and take that thing at 5:30. There is no certainty that exactly at 5 I will go to that person and collect the thing. But what does it mean by buy? Buy has a limit. Here we have a time limit. If I have said that this particular time, this work has to be done, that means that particular time has to be followed. We have, I will come back by 2 o'clock. It means the limitation is there. After 2 o'clock, if you will come, you will be marked absent or you will be marked late, whatever. But the limitation is 2 o'clock. And according to the example, I shall wait till tomorrow. I shall wait till tomorrow. Shall, we know that it is already used for uncertainty when you are not sure about something. So you can say that till is used for uncertain things. By is used for the limited or when you know the limitation of the time. This is all about your correct use of prepositions. Now we have words followed by prepositions. In this, you are going to read the sentences. A very common ones I will indicate to you. Like 13th one you will see. Trust in God. We never say trust God, but our sentence goes this way. Trust in God and do the right things. The word in is your preposition which is added with another word and which is generally followed. We have so many words which are followed by prepositions like full of, like aware of, ashamed of, afraid of, thankful to, agree with, beware of, prevented from, think over. All these words are associated, linked with preposition. These are the things which you have been given under the heading of words followed by prepositions. This you have to read and see what are they. I am sure whatever I have taught you today is clear with you. Revise this lesson. I have already sent the PDF to you and screenshot of it in the live classes in your group, and you must have finished the exercises of this chapter. Take care. Thank you.